Before we begin, I want to shout out the new Kirbyster Plays community tab. It's a place where you can post redesigns of the prototype or any character you like, your own fan designs from previous years, all kinds of things. You can also talk to me and other viewers on there as well and discuss whatever you like. Some of you have already discovered it and the posts I've seen on there are incredible, so it's worth checking out. It's also very easy to find. It's just a button on my YouTube channel next to subscribe and join. I have seen hundreds of fan designs for the prototype in Poppy Playtime. Some of them stood the test of time, and some were wildly different to what we ended up getting. 10 of the designs that I've seen have stuck with me, and I've remembered them more than others for one reason or another. So although I consider these designs to be my 10 favourites, and I'll explain why, this could just as easily be a top 20, 30 or even 50 video. Every prototype design is special. With that out of the way, here are 10 of my favourites. Subscribe if you'd like, I'm Kirbyster Plays, how you doing? I mean, we have to start with this one, right? I mean, out of all of the prototype fan design videos that I've done, this one keeps coming back. This is one of the first designs, I think it may have actually been the first, which I found through a comment that was left on one of my videos because this was posted to somebody's YouTube account. I love it, I love the art style of it, I love how similar it is to the official prototype design, and yet there are so many things that set it apart. I'm thinking like the black exoskeleton, the hunched back, you know, the jester hat, it's drawn correctly, but also kind of not. It's so weird and hard to describe, and yet, by far, this is the prototype fan design that came closest to the official design. I love this one so much. I could sing its praises all day. This is a design where I think when I first saw it, I said that it didn't have a chance in hell of being close to the official prototype design, and it ended up being very, very similar. This one I think is a good mix of the prototype design we ended up getting and a more literal interpretation of Catnap Shrine from Poppy Playtime Chapter 3. I love it. I love the art style and especially the detail around the chest area. I mean, that's incredible, isn't it? I love this one as well, not only because this one also looks quite similar to the official prototype design, but this is also a design that I found through the comments of my video. I like this one. It's very close to what we ended up getting, even down to like the one eye. And yet the art style as well in this one is why I remember it. This design I found also looks really good in thumbnails. That's also true for the first one that we looked at. But this one is so striking, you know? I like how the jester hat, it has like red, yellow and blue, but like the yellow is slightly weathered. So the colours are slightly off. I don't know why, but I think that adds to this design quite well. I love it. There's so much to like, and I love how the legs are drawn in this one as well. Like, if there was a Poppy Playtime comic that had like a drastically different art style, I would love to have seen this as the prototype. I mean, it's not too late. Oh my god, this design. When I first saw it, I didn't know what to make of it. And then when I was putting together the prototype fan video where I first discussed it, I was like, this is actually really iconic. This is so unique. You know, hopefully you see where I'm coming from. In the Venn diagram of this design and the official prototype design, there's not a lot going on there. The fact that this design looks so different to what we ended up getting is why I like it so much. Someone had this wild, insanely different idea for what the prototype could end up looking like, and they brought it to life. It has the iconic arm that we know, it has the legs that we know, so at one point in the canon, all of the hints we had towards the prototype's official design lined up with this one. I think I would have loved if this was the design that we ended up getting because, you know, poppies, poppy gas, that sense of control has been like a running theme throughout the whole Poppy Playtime franchise. So to see thematically those ideas come full circle in a physical sense on the prototype's own body is a really good idea. We've seen flora, we've seen flowers, you know, the first letter that we got at the start of Poppy Playtime Chapter 1 said, "Find the flower," which also says on this design. And if it turns out that the flower wasn't actually Poppy's room, like at the end of Chapter 1, but the poppy flower on the prototype's official design, that would have blown my and so many other people's minds. Oh, I love this design. It's the kind of design that's only born out of like the spectrum of imagination, that broad range of just what does the prototype look like. You know, this design couldn't have been born in any other way than the way it was. And it's something so unique and special that I just love it. I just really admire it. Oh my god, this design blew me away when I first saw it. I saw it on Reddit at first. My god, you know, I've seen someone comment on this design saying it looks like a Gigantamax version of the prototype or a Mega Evolution, obviously like Pokemon references. I absolutely understand that and I get what they mean. I love how it kind of looks like GLaDOS in the middle. My god, it's so good. This is so mighty. It's robotic, it's bulky, it's like a full-on machine. It's like a mini factory, and it's also like a fortress. Oh, it's so cool. It's mighty. It found a way to bring in Boxy, and I'm thinking Bron down there, and a few other toys. It's like a good mix of organic and robotic. It has like a little body there as well. Wow. I mean, it isn't close to what we ended up getting, but like that doesn't even matter. This is just a really good idea on its own. Like, this is something I'll probably repeat in this video, and I've said it so many times I can't even count. But the people who made prototype fan designs like this, like the previous one that ended up looking nothing like the prototype we ended up getting, make an alternative universe. You know, work on those designs and make them their own unique characters. These are your characters now. You know, now that we know they aren't similar to the prototype, sometimes in the slightest, these are your own characters now. I just love this one because it looks defensive, it looks powerful, it's probably huge. I don't know, I love it. Love it, love it. It does look very Pokemon. That's what I'll say. It does look like a Mega Evolution of like another Pokemon. So yeah, I'm glad that was said. This one, I think, is the epitome of what a subgenre of Poppy Playtime prototype fan designers have done. Now, when you make a prototype fan design, either you can have like a mix of organic and metallic, you can have a full-on robotic design, or you can have a design that went all in on a gesture aesthetic. And when you go down the all-out robotic route, this is the apex. Like, this is as far as you can go. I love this because, think about it, canonically the prototype is an unfinished experiment. It was an attempt to turn a human into a toy, which sounds insane. It makes sense that it wouldn't be as complete as the design we ended up getting. You know, there's a jester hat on it, there's like sleeves on it and fabric and everything. This is just like purely something that was made in a factory. And also it has a gun on it. I think it's a gun, maybe it's like a flamethrower or like a scented candle or something, but I really like it. And also looks quite Terminator as well. Oh my god, this design. I love it. I have a soft spot for it, I'll admit it. So this is a very early prototype fan design. I believe it only had chapter 1 to go off. It imagines the prototype as like a literal factory that makes things, that's on legs like mortal engines and has a massive bloody skull above it. No idea what this arm is. Absolutely no idea at all, but I like this idea because it's so different. It found a way to weave in the iconic prototype arm. I mean, it's just so out there, it's so wild. And I mean, this, like, if this design was about 6 feet high, it would fit. It would fit as like just its own character. As the prototype, I think it works. I'll give this one a pass. You know, I like it. This design is so nightmarish and different. I haven't put any effects on this. I think it's just the way the picture was taken, because this is so clearly and effectively hand-drawn, at least to some degree. This is really, really impressive. The effects and like the faded colours and the dark corners really add to this one. I like how it's, again, quite similar to the design we ended up getting, but also slightly different. Like, you know, the mask, it's almost there but not quite. Like the sleeves, they're almost there, like you're nearly spot on. And it's like plugged in the back. It's like you're remembering the official prototype design. And the first time I saw this was before Chapter 5 came out, so there was no official prototype design. And, you know, I was left with a weird sinking feeling after seeing this one specifically. Like I was remembering a prototype I hadn't seen yet. And that kind of like when I ended up seeing the official prototype for the first time, the effect was kind of nulled, because I felt like I'd seen it before, and I think this design in particular is why I felt that way. The art style on this one is so good. I want to see this one in a comic. I also think like this one is very imaginative and very intelligent. I like how it incorporates heads from other characters. I like the Mummy Longlegs arm and everything like that. I like the catnap head, so it expels poppy gas. And this drawing is just framed and put together beautifully. You know, I think like from an artistic perspective, I guess the artistic merit of this design, which I'm in no position to bestow upon anyone, I think like this supersedes so many designs I've seen. I love it. I love it. I love it. I like the mask as well. I like to imagine it as kind of like Poppy or like an Ollie toy equivalent to Poppy, but the mask is slowly eroding away, revealing a skull head. So many of us thought that we'd have a skull head. I was quite surprised we didn't. A lot of people were quite surprised. It turns out in the beta phase we did have a skull design for the prototype, but this is just a perfect way of encapsulating that mentality. It's just really good. Finishing off with this one, and you know, it's just so different. Tell me one prototype fan design that looks like this. There is none. It's weirdly humanoid, it has Pianosaurus in it, it has all these different toy designs, and yet it still has its own unique identity, it has its own head and everything still. And when I first saw this, and I saw like the extent of Pianosaurus on it, I thought, that's a really interesting idea. After chapter 4, obviously a lot of people were upset with the screen time that Pianosaurus had, and if you've watched this far, comment hashtag justice for Pianosaurus. I think it would have been really cool if in the following chapter we got the prototype that had a majority Pianosaurus design. I just think it would have been a really funny design idea. And that's it. Again, I don't want to put down anyone who's drawn a design, these are just 10 that have stayed in my head. Any prototype design is special, and I have immense respect for absolutely everyone that's drawn one. That's all from me. Remember that the Kirbyster Plays discussion tab is there, so you can talk about these at length. You can also use the comments. I want to know which of the designs in this video specifically is your favourite. Also, feel free to just, I don't know, talk about something else. That's all from me. I'm Kirbyster Plays. Bye.